Did you know Fort Knox was inspected and audited, not audited, but audited back in just 2017? Okay, let's take a look at these totally legitimate looking photos which totally prove that the gold is still there. All right, ready? Cool. Let's go over and take a look at that. Let's share the screen. That's the X account, which you should be following. Let me go over here. Let's take a look at this. Well, here's Steve Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary back then, and he posted this on the day of the audit of the visit to Fort Knox. Okay, he says, thanks to US Mint staff for hosting at Fort Knox, first US Treasury Secretary to visit since John Snyder in 1948. Glad gold is safe. Cool. Any questions? Anyone? Come on, man. Look, there might be some very legitimate answers, to the questions, and you got to take each side of it. But gee, did they have to provide black and white photos? Number one, if you wanted to, think about it. If you wanted to give security to people in 2017 after the invention of color photography, wouldn't you think you would at least provide a color photo? Just for no other reason, just to go, so people like us don't go, what the hell? So any questions, anyone? Okay, so what are we talking about? Of course, Fort Knox gold. Fort Knox, let me go back to here very quickly. Fort Knox, apparently it's the world's most secure facility. Apparently, probably not anymore, I'd imagine, stores all the America's gold, the bullion depository, all right, since apparently since the 1940s, 1950s, whatever. It's had two famous audits, one in 1953, I think it was, and one in 1974. Although in 74, I don't think they even looked through the whole thing. Of course, everyone like you and me and pretty much every single person in the world who has a slight bit of goes, okay, is it still there? And in 1974, there was that famous photo. I can find the 1974 photos. Give me 1 second. 1974 Fort Knox audit. Give me 1 second. Images from there. They're in black and white, but there are color ones as well. Yeah, okay. So, for example, this color photo, which I shall open. This is from damn it. I just want the image, people. Open image in new tab. Okay, you can't really see it all that great, but here's the one of the 1974 images actually in color. Okay, right, but again, I think it was just one room. I don't think it was from memory. They've never shown the every single vault, etc. So there's a color photo. Back in 1974, they provided a color photo, and in 2017, a black and white photo, grainy black and white photo. There's probably an explanation, but come on, man. So anyway, that's 1974. And of course, as we all know, there's lots of rumors, and everyone just wants to know, does the gold actually still exist? And many people believe that no, it's been taken and used. One of the biggest theories is that the Federal Reserve has it. The private, not federal, no reserve, Federal Reserve has it, and they've gone, yeah, okay, we'll lend you all this money which we print out of thin air, and in return, give us all the gold. See all that gold in Fort Knox? We'll take that, thanks, as collateral. And the US government apparently just went, yeah, okay, I'll do that. That's a good idea. So, honestly, it's just the most ridiculous thing. Get your comments in right now. I just want to... and we'll talk about Elon. Now, Elon will apparently, and we'll go back and share the screen again. There's your Fort Knox gold in 1974. Here's your Fort Knox gold in 2017. Okay, there's some more photos here. We'll show you the rest of them. Give me a minute. We'll go back. Right here. So apparently this is Steve Mnuchin writing on that famous chalkboard, I guess. And there's good old Turtle Face. Good old Mr. Turtle, Mitch McConnell. Okay, back when he was, this is 8 years ago, 7-8 years ago, when he apparently still had some kind of brain left and hadn't rotted away like it has at the moment, smiling with a apparent big bar of gold. Could they not have just done it in color? Could they not have? And I'll show you a little contrary thing to that, right? Now, this does look like it is lifted from some kind of newsletter or something like that, where the newsletter was done in black and white. But okay, let's take a look at this. I'm going to read all your comments. Tell me, could they have not done a better job? Just giving us a little bit more trust. Okay, but first off, we're going to talk about this black and white photo. Let me just, now it doesn't mean Reddit is the bastion of truth, but someone asked a couple of years ago, what is the reasonable explanation why these pictures from Fort Knox are so grainy and black and white? Okay, so apparently, this is from someone, apparently it was a treasury photographer provided by the Mint and no other photos were released. Now, I could imagine that being the case simply because maybe for security reasons, they only allow the treasury photographer to do it. You can't bring in your phone, even if your phone was on airplane mode, you can't bring in your own camera, something like that. I get it, highly secure and all that. But they couldn't have released the color versions of the photos. Let's see. To me, this looks like someone took good photos and scanned them into a Treasury newsletter or something, then gave the newsletter versions out to comply with the Freedom of Information Act request. Let's see. Buried near the bottom of the article, 2018 CNN article on the visit. Quote, the two staff members from the Inspector General and Mint will provide gloves to each VIP so they may handle one of the bars of gold. A photographer from the Mint will be present to take photos, each VIP standing inside the compartment, one compartment, by the way, holding a bar of gold with 25,000 plus more bars of gold directly behind them. 25,000? Really? Blurry black and white copies of the photos were released with the documents. They show Mnuchin, McConnell, and others holding bars of gold and signing their names on a wall. The Freedom of Information Act did not respond to a request for copies of the original photos. This is according to the CNN article. The FOIA office did not respond to a request for copies of the original photos, and a Treasury spokeswoman declined to provide them. That's really unhelpful, guys. Okay, so that is all that. Going to read your comments and we'll talk about Elon. Any questions, people? Come on, man. Let's read some comments on this. Fort Knox it says Mark Florida. Fort Knox is heavily guarded, but not to keep the gold from being taken. It's rather to prevent the gold being taken and then shown to not be gold. Yes, so that's the guess at this stage. Okay. This is ridiculous. Okay, so yes, I do agree with that. Let's see. I want Elon to audit Fort Knox before April 15th. Thanks, Balls on Chin. Love the name, Balls on Chin. Why April 15th? And thanks for commenting from X. So obviously people can still continue to do live chat from X. So please let me know. What's the reason why April 15th? Can you give me an idea of why that is? Are the bars tungsten coated in gold? That's quite probable. Let's see. All businesses need to do a yearly stock take and Fort Knox doesn't. How... Like, if it's real, okay, if it's real, they're doing their darndest to give the biggest amount of suspicion that it's not. Okay, grainy black and white photos, one compartment, apparently 25,000 bars in the one compartment. It looks very small, and what was that, 25,000? That'd be 400-ounce bars of gold. Give me 1 second. 400, are they 400-ounce bars of gold? Let me have a look, get my calculator up here. So they look like the 400-ounce type. So 25,000? That doesn't, what, 1 million ounces, what, 10 million ounces of gold? Which is how many tons? Give me 1 second. 10 million ounces of gold. Okay, let me ask, I'm going to ask Grok something right here. I think it's 5,360 tons. Give me 1 second. I'll just invite you into the thing as well. Give me 1 sec. Let's share the screen. Let's see. How many ounces? We'll say ounces of gold in Fort Knox. Knox, whatever. Okay. According, there's apparently 143 million ounces of gold. Oh, okay. All right. So that would be, if that's 25,000, just doing you can't see the calculator here. That would be 10 million. Okay. So if there's 25,000 bars and each of them are 400 ounces, which I'm pretty sure it's the 400 ounce bar size. I'll ask that question. So that would be 10 million. So apparently there's a whole bunch of at least, 14, 15 other rooms. Didn't see any of the other compartments, did we? And when was the actual proper audit? How many ounces in each Fort Knox gold bar? I did Fort Knox again. Their good delivery. Yeah, there we go. It's the 400 ounces, the 400 ounce bars. Okay, so how many compartments in Fort Knox holding gold? Sure, let's try that. Let's see. Fort Knox. Oh, there you go. 13. There you go. 13 separate vaulted compartments. So 13 to 25. Yeah, that would the numbers add up. So there should be 13. Okay. So here's my opinion on that. Okay. Clearly, and we'll just get rid of that. Clearly, at some point, there was, I think, about 150 million ounces of gold. So whatever, there's 5,000 tons of gold in those 13 separate compartments. Makes sense. There probably was. Has there been since a certain time? Doesn't seem like it. And 2017 grainy black and white photos doesn't really help. Asked to source the color photos, can't see them. So it all looks really, really highly illegitimate to me. So Elon, please go in and audit the ever-loving SHIT out of Fort Knox. Although we did say yesterday, there's only one reason why they haven't. And the one reason would be because it's not there. And the one reason, and maybe people know that it's not, and they secretly say to every single president that comes in asking about Fort Knox, they go, you might not want to do that, because that would mean absolute global economic financial collapse, which would probably snowball if they go in, if Elon goes in, which he wants to do. And I'll just share the screen again. Let's just quickly check the Elon stuff. What was the latest news on that? So the latest news on Elon and Fort Knox. Recent news indicates that Elon Musk has expressed interest in auditing the gold reserves at Fort Knox. Could be dangerous. This interest, blah, blah, blah. So we actually shared that yesterday, where he said something like, surely Fort Knox has been audited every year, right? And other people go, even I jumped on and said, no, mate, not the case. So he wants to try and get in there with a video camera, do it live, etc. If that doesn't happen, that just means that the gold's not there, in my humble opinion. It has to mean that, unless they can claim it's other security reasons or anything like that, but surely there's a workaround. Okay, but again, if it was proven that there's no actual real reserves in there, or the other 12 compartments are empty, or they test the gold with an XRF machine or something like that, which they could do, although that only goes down microns, where they can somehow prove, they can at least show it's all there. If it's not all there, if other compartments are empty, I mean, the economy crashes like that. Okay, so that's the other reason. Do we really want it to be audited in the first place? Let's read some comments again, and then we'll go into live gold, silver analysis and all that. They took years. Yes, okay. HR says they took years to send back the gold that Germany had stored in the USA, and they sent different bars. The excuse they used was that they were not up to modern standard. Okay. Jason Ashworth, US dollar would collapse, if they find no gold. Yeah, it would be done. And when the US is done, the rest of us are. So, yeah, would the richest people in the world want that? Yeah. Fort Knox gold and Area 51. Ooh. Oh, of course. No, you are correct. That is right. April 15th is tax day in the USA. That's why. Yes, that is so true. I knew someone was going to post this. Patrick says Knox. Yeah. I just saw that before. Knox is a new meme coin that on Solana that people have, that someone created a number of hours ago. I'm not going to shill it. But I will show it to you. I literally just had it. Don't buy this, people. Do not buy this. Give me 1 second. Knox. But yeah, some bright spark. Was that the Knox 2 days ago, 2 years ago, whatever. I can't find it anymore. Don't worry about that. Yeah, someone did a meme coin. It's gone up a little bit. I wouldn't be stressing about that. Balls on Chin says, sad part, we allowed all the young men in Europe to die as the USA took their gold during World War II. Yeah, that's absolutely true. So anyway, that is the Fort Knox thing. Do you want to see Fort Knox being audited? I'm sitting on the fence now. Okay, I mean, the rah, Doge go in, stick it to the man thing, sure, but the ramifications from that, if it's not there, that is the most giant scandal probably in history, and that would crash the markets completely. And if they go down, everyone else goes down. That would be really bad. So that's honestly probably the most logical, sound reason why it hasn't been done yet, because it can't be. Let's see. When was the executive order put on gold in the US? Are we talking 1963? Are you talking, Knackers, in terms of JFK and all that? Let's see, people. All right, we're going to leave that there. We'll get your file. You can put some more comments on that. And we're going to look at, speaking of gold, we're going to look at the gold price. Let's share the scran. Let's take a look at gold. Gold on the 4-hour time frame. Sure, why am I doing the 4-hour? No idea. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, crypto, take a look at ACH specifically, Alchemy Pay, and in not too distant time from now. You are watching Good Morning Stackers, the week daily live show all about precious metals, crypto, and all that kind of stuff. Gold on the daily, a little under 2,900, 2,898 US dollars. We did talk about I was expecting a little bit of a dip coming. Okay, we've talked about this on the weekly time frame, the fact that this looks like a bearish divergence. Okay, price go up, relative strength index go down, and also we had this spike recently, and you can see very clearly just a little bit of more downward movement. Not a lot to say. We're looking great for gold over the long term, as you know. We're talking 8, 10, 12, $15,000 gold in the years to come. Okay, 5-10 years from now, possibly sooner if something really bad happens in the economy and everyone gets really, really scared, for example. But we're over the mother of all trend lines, looking great, fantastic. But price goes up and down. As ASX trader says, it zigs and zags, although he probably wasn't the first person to say that. So the market zigs and zags. We've had a nice little zig, nice little upward movement, okay, back above the mother of all trend lines. And you've had this little double topish kind of move, and you can see again on the relative strength index, you can see a bearish divergence on the daily time frame as well, very clearly, where you see, where are we? Actually, it's not even a bearish divergence. Actually, technically, it's just a lower high and a lower low. Okay, so it's just basically, it was just peaking out. Okay, and we need to have a little bit of a retrace. We've done that down to 28.75, and I could see it head back down a little bit further. We're now back into the normal range of the relative strength index on the daily time frame. So yeah, look, par for course, don't stress. Move down to, possibly a support level of your $2,800 level, possibly even further. Back down to the mother of all trend lines would be very healthy as I've been saying. Get rid of my arc tool. Right, again, here, let's bounce off here. That'd be nice. Sure, let's do that. Even is this the first test and hopefully the only test of the mother of all trend lines? You don't want to see that broken, as we've said. You want to see that. Ignore the time frame. Okay, I'm just looking at, you want to see something like that. A quick move, that would be nice. Yeah. But yeah, in order to say, new all-time highs coming very, very soon. What would I say? Let me just see this. Does this match up with any Fibonacci? Give me 1 sec. Oh, okay. Does that match up with any Fibonacci level? Yeah, around about there from that high and that low? Oh, okay, yeah, cool. So the 1.618 at $2,946, and we found resistance at around about $2,940. Okay, so yeah, so we've had a decent move. So from between this high and this low, there you go. There's the extension. A little bit of a dip. I could expect a dip again back down to that sort of $2,800 level. Yeah. So anyway, long term, looking great for gold. That's all you really need to know. Let's take a look at silver. Again, I just do a weather report, pretty much, sometimes a little bit more technical and sometimes just here it is. So here it is, silver on the daily time frame. As you know, the spike to $32.50, acting as a big spike. It's acting as a big spike because it's a big spike. But we say we don't like the big spikes on the upward direction because it says sellers are in control of the market. So we failed to close the day. We failed to close any day above the 32.50. All right, it faked us out. So we've had yesterday, we had a spike right back up to $32.50, but we've closed below it. So no bueno just yet. Okay, we will break $32.50 eventually, but possibly a retrace coming before we do that. Watch out for anywhere down from $31 to $30.50. I favor $31 because it's a key Fibonacci from really old highs and really old lows. So it's a bit of a confluence around there at $31. So that's what I favor. If we have a further retrace, I favor 31 and probably a bounce off there is my guess. But eventually we will, break above 32.50 and hold above it. And when we do that, that's when I say new highs soon. Okay. My next level moving up is $38.50 US right there. And that's the final hurdle for new all-time highs. New all-time highs. Like basically you start closing weeks and months above $38.50. It's like, it's like full on. Next time we're going to break, we're going to break the all-time high really, really quickly at $50. Cool. Yeah, that's silver. That's all you need to know. Yeah, that's silver. Good to know. Good. Platinum still in the range, and nothing I need to say about that. In the cautiously optimistic zone, I'll be depressed for platinum when we get back down in here. And I'll be excited for platinum when we get above here. So anywhere above 1,050, roughly. Actually, technically anything above 1,030, I'll be getting excited. Okay, for platinum. Nowhere near there yet. Currently at 980. Failed move, fast move to the downside. Yeah. Okay, look, it's moving in the right direction. Okay, you're getting the zig. We might get the zag, as it's called, and then onwards and upwards from here. Hopefully that is the case for platinum, but it's just been in this massive trading range for a long, long time, and it hasn't proven either way where it's going to go. Okay, that's it. That's platinum. But historically highly undervalued to gold and silver. Here is the Australian dollar to the US dollar, finding resistance at the moment around about 63.5 US cents. Nothing to say much about that. And gold to silver ratio, just again trading in the range, but gold has been outperforming silver much more recently. It's still in gold's favor. Okay, that's the gold, platinum, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, cool. Speaking of gold, buy from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Free shipping when you buy 20 or more items. They have a price match guarantee against other major competitors. Nothing else to say. They're the best. Go buy from them. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Want to save and invest in gold and only pay spot plus 1%? Whether you buy $1 million of gold or $10 of gold? Okay, download the Android app or iPhone app for WealthStack, wealthstack.com. My other amazing brand sponsor, Australian owned, operated and regulated, unallocated gold program, backed one-to-one with real physical metal. They don't deal in paper contracts, all that stupid stuff. Save and invest, okay? You can do it, or you can tell your friends and family who you've been trying to wake up into precious metals, but give them the gateway drug of WealthStack, wealthstack.com. That's as much as you get for the two of those, because we've got lots of other stuff to talk about. Let's go back to the comments. And Nakas O'Reilly says, when we did that question, Niels Hardancy says, it has been shown that the gold was moved. It has been shown that the gold was moved to West Point and New York. Okay. The question there would be why? Why would that have been done? And why would they still be pretending that it wasn't? That's an interesting. Okay, good to know. Let's take a look at. I'm going to go back. Okay, quick Bitcoin crypto stuff. We'll take a quick look at ACH just very quickly because some naughty person on Twitter, on X, talked about it and everyone started buying it. I wouldn't call them a naughty person. It's just, someone has that much clout that it really affected the price. But let's take a look at Bitcoin very quickly. Here is Bitcoin on the Bitstamp exchange, priced in US dollars, 95,900. Okay, still below. What did we do? We talked about it yesterday, didn't we? We talked about, did we eventually? Yeah, we did technically. We closed last week below 96,400. Doesn't set it up for a great move. I mean, you got to watch out for, like, again, it's no man's land. The thing I would say, or that I do like, is that you had this big spike down. And last week, we didn't have a further spike down. This week, it looks like it might be turning around on the weekly time frame. Okay, stranger things have happened. Could it be bottoming out here? Could this be forming just a bottoming out pattern? Absolutely could. Can it get to the death knell where it scares you down here and then goes, haha, sucked in, bro? Yes, absolutely. But for me, Bitcoin is in a no man's land. As I said yesterday, I do have one trade in a particular altcoin, which is Pengu. Okay, I'm actually down on that trade. But again, I'll cut my losses if necessary. But there's no confirmation whether we are going higher or whether we are going lower. Of course, if it plays out like the regular cycle, then yes, sometime in 2025 you will have the top. Okay, but that was the $109,000 Bitcoin level in, well, technically 2025. I mean, very, very early, January 20th, January 21st. But look, if the pattern normally plays out, and the normal 4-year cycle, not that history repeats, but if it does, it's, towards the end of this coming year. So in the fourth quarter, roughly. Late third, fourth quarter of 2025 is when the Bitcoin and altcoin market usually has its major peak. If that is the case, and many people are saying it, yeah, cool, maybe this is just consolidation along the way, fakes you out a couple of times here and then onwards and upwards. What confirms that for me is closing above $104,000, $105,000 on a weekly time frame. I don't care about daily closes. I care about weekly and monthly closes. But we're not there yet, and we haven't even broken down here, so it's not even confirmed that we go down lower. Again, no man's land for crypto, for Bitcoin. Altcoins, so this is others, okay? Altcoin market minus the top 10 is still in its potential move higher, okay? People such as ASX Trader, who I keep mentioning a lot, but they are very good at what they do, believes that we will get to around about maybe 300, possibly up to 320 million as a relief rally, so a bit of a bounce. We saw a move up to 290 billion. Is that the zig? Could this be the zag? And then we have another move up. Absolutely, nothing's guaranteed though at this stage. So again, no man's land. If I show you Pengu very quickly, I am down on my Pengu. All right, it's having a bit of a downward movement. Here is Pengu. It is the Pudgy Penguins NFT airdropped token. So the official Pudgy Penguins NFT, Pudgy Penguins token. I got in around about here. So I'm actually down on my position. Okay, I'm giving a lot away here. Okay, I got in about. It's 105, I think it was. Let's call it there. I got in around about there, and I am down on my position. I got in based on what I liked seeing about the relative strength index. Okay, again, I know it's a lagging indicator, but I like the fact that it had gone into extremely oversold, undervalued, and then it looked like we were forming this bottom here. The arc looks like it is broken. So the question then becomes, is this now going to be a continued movement down, or is it a quick liquidity grab and we see a move back up? I'm favoring, because I have confirmation bias, that this will tick up, but I have to be ready to take probably some decent loss on this, okay? I'm expecting that to happen rather than that to happen. That's just an unusual pattern. The thing I need to factor in though is that for Pengu, it's a brand new token. It's also an airdropped token. Okay, so airdrop token, everyone got it for free. So there's not a lot of financial incentive. There's literally no financial incentive for people to keep it and not cut their losses more. Because again, it's free. They get free money when they sell up here. They get free money when they sell down here. It's just a lot less. Okay, but some people might go, oh crap, it's down below a certain level. I'm just cutting my losses now, and I'll just make way less than I was going to. Oh well. Some other people might just go, oh screw it, I'll just hold it. Okay, but it remains to be seen yet. I do think we're going to get that tick up. If we don't, though, very quickly, yeah, I'm going to have to a decent loss on that, actually, which won't be fun, but you got to know when to hold them, got to know when to fold them. I'm just hopefully waiting for that liquidity grab. That would be nice, but usually it's got to be a little bit quicker than that. Anyway, that is Pengu, and we're going to take a look at, let's do it. Let's take a look at ACH Alchemy Pay. What the hell happened to Alchemy Pay? Everything else has had kind of having a bit of a dip, but just in the last few hours, Alchemy Pay has broken up back above my getting interested line. So this is the getting interested line of 3 cents. Okay, anything under 3 cents, it's just it's not the risk to reward for me. Back above 3 cents, I'm like, okay, all right, we'll start talking turkey again. I am not in Alchemy Pay. I was for a little bit. I got in around here, I got out around here, and then I've just been waiting. We're back above it. So what happened? Let's take a look. It was Economic Ninja. Okay, right here. The Economic Ninja, who only has like 78,000 followers, doesn't have 100,000 followers, literally posted here just earlier today. It says, he said, just a few hours ago, I just over tripled my holdings in Alchemy Pay ACH right here, and I'll tell you why later today on my YouTube channel in a bit. Okay, so apparently MasterCard just proved why Alchemy Pay and ACH has value. Didn't watch it, but then you just saw the price go like this. And someone posted here, I thought I had an idea of how big Ninja Nation is, but wow, I just witnessed it and learning. Right, so basically price go up. Okay, so he said something to do with MasterCard and whatever, and then all of a sudden, ACH just has a bit of a move. Now, look, it's great to see ACH Alchemy Pay back up above the 3 cent area. Problem is, though, it seems to be on some kind of more hype news rather than full-on news. But give me 1 sec, and I'll just see. Okay, latest ACH news. So let's do that. Anything going on with ACH and Alchemy Pay? Blah, blah, blah. Here's an overview. No, that's automated clearinghouse. Okay. Latest Alchemy Pay. Sorry, I know you're watching me do this live, people, but it is live. Alchemy Pay news. There we go. Here's an overview. South Korea, Australian regulation? No. Market sentiment? Okay, no, all right. Anything to do with MasterCard? MasterCard? Yes, there are several developments. MasterCard integration. Alchemy Pay has integrated MasterCard payment rails into its on and off ramp. Recent mentions. There have been recent posts on social media platforms where Alchemy has acknowledged MasterCard's role in advancing. Yeah, okay, whatever. So Economic Ninja said ACH good, ACH went up. What I would love to see is it hold above the 3 cent line, and we really need to see it just for all my Alchemy Pay people, of which I would love to get back in because I love the fundamentals and the idea of it. I just needed to get back above this downtrend line. So that's really all you need to know. Okay, get back above there. Great to see Economic Ninja talking about it, but it really needs to get back above, clear and hold the downtrend line, and really preferably clear and hold 4 cents. Okay, because that's a very key Fibonacci level. Let me get rid of that. Key Fibonacci from that high and that low, and that's at the 0.382. It's actually technically it's 4.1 cents, 4.2 cents, but we call it 4 cents even. I've got to see that. So I'm not back in Alchemy Pay good to see it's getting a little bit of a news, a little bit of a pump, but I would just call that possibly a short term, right? We might see a bit of a continued consolidation for, I don't know how long, but yeah, that's what I have to say. That is Alchemy Pay. Comments, questions, queries. Great to see so many people watching. And I think that might be possibly it, people. I'm just going to double check that I'm still going out to everyone. I think I am. Yep, fantastic. That's why I'm going out. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for the day. We've actually kept it under an hour today, not like an hour and a half that we did yesterday. No more comments, nothing else to say. We've talked about Fort Knox gold audit in 2017. We've done live gold, silver, platinum price analysis. We've shot the breeze with my wonderful, amazing GMS gang, and we did crypto stuff too. Time to get the F out of here, my lovely people. You will get another show tomorrow, being Wednesday, coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia. I've just got to mute that. Can I mute that? There you go. Fantastic. Live from Melbourne in Australia. Hit the like button, people. It helps me with the algorithm to get trending and all that. Say your fond farewells in all the chats right now. And we are going to dance it out because this has been...
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronize slurp.
3,
Now
2,
we're on the
1.
move.
Slurp it. Ooh.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching. Quick, short and sharp show. I like it, people. Stay safe, stay informed. Keep stacking. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a great one.